Hey everybody, this is Joe from Longshot Revival Homestead. I'm coming to you today doing a little fence walk, and I wanted to do my Why Mangalitsa video. So why Mangalitsa? The three main reasons would be the genetic component, the environmental component, and the care component. The genetic component is that you start with a better, more superior product with better potential for meat quality, beef flavor, because of flavor and health for you. Mangalitsa is a lard pig, which means its fat is monosaturated, as I understand it, and that is a type of fat that your body can actually process. Now, these pigs were really popular when we first settled this country, but when we started being told that lard was bad for you a long time ago, people stopped doing these pigs, and the industrial model took over, and they started producing pigs that could breed and produce meat in 6 months. Mangalitsas take 12, but with patience and time becomes a much better product. This is not my words, but many people in the industry, chefs, homesteaders, and farmers alike, call this meat the Kobe of pork. So that's the genetic component. The environmental component is what I'm walking around. These pigs get pasture. They have small paddocks that are carefully managed and are continually improved by the pigs, the machinery here, myself, and the small bacteria that the animals produce and add to the soil life. And things like that compost pile that'll be spread in the spring, making it, this environment, grow food for our pigs better. And some people will say, on that plot of land, you can't feed your pigs out on pasture. Well, I don't plan to. I plan to pasture my pigs, and I grow feed at the highest rate I can grow to keep my pigs busy, happy, and exercised. So that's the environment here. That's a big difference in a lot of farms, especially in the winter. You see those pigs running? They just stopped. Of course they did. Oh, you might be able to see them a little bit. You're not going to see that in many farms in Maine. Everybody has bought into this idea that they should plop a concrete floor down, put a greenhouse over it, and put their pigs in it. Or they should overwinter their pigs in the barn because it's too cold. Well, if you've got inferior pigs that aren't meant to be out here, then that's true. But the Mangalitsa was developed to be outside, and it's well adapted. The downside per se to the Mangalitsa breed isn't the cold weather effects, it's the warm. So when it is really hot, I take special care to pour them baths, basically. Help them cool down, just make sure their water's correct. But, so that covers the environmental aspect of it. They're raised outdoor humanely, and we try to adapt their daily environment as much as we can to nature at our current ability. The last bit is care. And this is a really important one. I guess it would be arguably as important as the other two. Maybe more. Care is a big thing, because there's actually a lot of science behind it. There's a lot of science behind the care of the animal and the quality of meat it produces. All the way from conception of the mother to slaughter of the pig. The pig is bred on this farm by my boar and one of my sows. I should say it's conceived Then it's developed on my farm while I take care of the sows. It's born on our farm. Its mother feeds it and weans it. And it's grown on our farm. That takes a lot of stress out. A lot of pig growers, they grab pigs, wiener pigs they call them, off mothers, and they'll truck them hour to their house, and then they raise them, and then they send them off again to slaughter. Well, right now, the only part that is stressful for our pigs right now is slaughter day, because they go to be USDA processed. And that is a really good process. But someday I'll even improve on that, and I'll be processing them all here. But needless to say, so keeping low stress is very important, and there's some undeniable science behind it. How it affects the meat, how it affects their development, and how it affects the animal, obviously. The key to this type of farming is keeping it low stress for the animals. Just like us, we want our life low stress. We want to be enjoyable. We want to stay busy. We stay busy, we stay happy, we stay healthy. But there's a medical component inside care. And as a farmer, often you have to be the vet. So some farmers are ill-informed or have poor management skills or don't put the effort in, and they feel they need to chip out teeth of baby sows or baby piglets, or they think they need to dock the tails, or they think they need to inject them with vaccines quarterly, or wormers, or use other methods that, quite frankly, is an excuse to make your animals survive, not a path to make them thrive. So basically, with that being said, every day we're here farming, I'm looking at my pigs. I'm checking their tails, see if they're wagging. I'm looking at how they carry their heads. And my highest priority for these animals is to keep their stress low and their heads high until they become food. And some people will make fun of you for that. But it doesn't just make you feel good. It makes them feel good. It makes them grow better. And it makes for a better product. So anyone who has the attitude, if you have a farmer that has the attitude that they're just a pig, or it's just livestock, you can go use a cattle prod on them, you can go hit them, you can go do this stuff. Probably shouldn't be buying from them. But I'm sure I'll get some slack for that, because some people don't understand or don't care to understand. But that's the reasons. It's genetic. It's environmental. And it's the care you give these animals. If you give them great care, they'll give you great products. And every day, I'm trying to learn how to give them better care. I'm trying to learn how to manage the land. And that's all there is to it. Every day you got to be willing to learn. A lot of people aren't. A lot of farmers aren't. So I guess that's it. Without rambling any longer, simply put, you got a better start genetically here. You got a better environment than someone growing it in a barn. You get better feed, which I'll make a separate video on. And you got better care. All right, everybody. I rambled long enough. I made my point. I'm sure I've upset some people, but I'm here to educate you guys on how I do things, why I do it. Because if you're gonna buy from me, I don't want you to just buy from me to buy food. I want you to buy from me knowing that you're getting the best possible product I can give to you. No questions asked. So with that, have a good day, and I look forward to making another video for you soon.